Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here for something very special indeed. So, a lot of people might know that during a Skylanders run, I would do news updates. I'm changing it up. We obviously are going to get another Pokemon TCG series, not in terms of TV, I mean like TCGs in the cards, which in the UK should be coming out on the 3rd of February, and in Japan it's the 8th of December, or 9th, 8th or 9th. So, throughout that time, we're going to get a ton of cards. Now, what I'm going to do every single Monday, up until then, is check out the cards that have been revealed during the week. So, right now, we've got a nice big selection, actually, of cards from the set. Now, obviously, in Japan, it's released in 2 different sets. What is the set, though, in the UK going to be called? Ultra Prism. So, why is it going to be called that? I've got 2 guesses, right? Number 1, because Ultra Sun and Moon comes out literally within a few days of this, if not next Friday, I think it is. And also, the fact that the Prism is going to be new cards. And I think the cards are actually going to be called Ultra Prisms, or Ultra Prism. We'll get to what an Ultra Prism card is, or at least a Prism card, later on in this video. So, are we ready to start with our first Pokemon? I think so. So let's do it. Here we go. First Pokemon, which will actually come after this because we've got some packs to show, which are these. So, these are the 2 packs in which you can get from the Japanese one. So you're going to have a select amount of cards in one, a select amount of cards in the other. I'm not too sure what the... I think actually they could just call Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I think that's what it's called, whilst the UK, or at least internationally, it's called Ultra Prism. Now, in terms of the Necrozma, because obviously it does take them over, I think it's called like... it's like Dawn... I don't know, it's like Necrozma Dawn... Dusk sort of thing, but they merge with Solgaleo and Lunala, so hopefully we might get a GX or something of these. I also think the Prism plays out very nicely with the actual Necrozma character, because he actually has like multicoloured eyes, and a Prism normally, if it gets like shone with light, will show a rainbow. So I'm guessing that's sort of where it comes from. But with the packs now shown off for the Japanese, I've got nothing to show you in terms of English packs or triple packs or anything like that. No packaging just yet. Let's get on now to the first card, which is Pachirisu. So, that is the artwork. Of course, it is in Japanese, but it looks amazing. I love this sort of artwork with the sort of penciled around design around the actual Pokemon. It is awesome. So, move that over here just for 2 seconds so we can at least bring in what this is in translations. We have Pachirisu. Of course, it is a lightning basic Pokemon with a HP of 70. 2 moves here. 1 lightning gives you static generator, and for each of your bench Pokemon with a nuzzle attack, now basically that means any Pachirisus, you could search your deck for a basic lightning energy and attach it to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So if you wanted to get a load of Pachirisus going, you get this guy at the front, 3 on the bench. That's the amount you can only have. They've all got Nuzzle. They can have an energy on all of them. It's not bad. Maybe pre-release could be okay, especially with the Nuzzle move. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It's not bad. It only needs 1 energy as well. And then it can retreat for 1 energy, so you can bring that back out. Maybe bring in another one. Maybe there's going to be a pre-release promo that you could just bring out, do some damage, and of course you'll know the other Pokemon will be paralyzed. So that's pretty cool. It's got a weakness to fighting, a resistance to metal, and a retreat cost of 1, which we've covered. So not bad, and I love the artwork on this guy. He looks so cool. Could be she, but a very cool looking character nevertheless. So let's move on to another one, which is Drifblim. This is very interesting as well. I like the design of this. It's sort of got like a bit of an autumny, windy theme going on. Of course, Drifblim does look like a hot air balloon, and it does evolve from Drifloon. Now, obviously, this does confirm that Drifloon will be in this set. It wasn't in the previous one. So, yeah, we're going to get a Drifloon Drifblim, which is pretty sweet indeed. That's definitely very cool. Of course, you can see the numbers there. The set, or at least one of them, is going to be 66. Of course, there will be secret rares and rainbow rares and gold cards and everything like that. Let's have a little look, though, at everything else. Move that over to the side. We've got Drifblim, a Psychic, HP of 110. It evolves from Drifloon. Could actually be, I know this is probably stating this pretty soon, could be a pre-release promo. It did it with Salazzle. You know, it could happen. But 2 colours, we've got the move Damage Transporter. Now, this is translations. They might not be the actual move names when it comes to English, but it's close enough. Move 4 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not bad. You could sort of bring it up when everyone's got a bit of damage. Use that. 4 of them get transferred from your bench over to the other one. That's pretty cool. From each of your... Yeah. Then we have Psychic in 2 colours for Wheel Wind. 80 damage. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched. It's not bad. You know, it's not bad, especially during pre-release. We'll have to see. Weakness to Lightning, though, a resistance to Fighting, and a retreat of just 1, which is pretty good. You know, that is pretty good. Very, very cool. Now, some very interesting news with this next one. We have Chimchar. Now, I'm showing you this, and we're going to go through it all, but it's going to focus very much, this set is going to focus very much on Sinnoh, which is Gen 4, so a lot of Gen 4 Pokemon are going to be coming. Now, if I'm showing you Chimchar, I'm guessing you're already thinking, well, they can't just give you 1 starter. Oh, no, they won't. But we'll get to that as we continue on. So Chimchar looking extremely cute and quite a young-looking Chimchar compared to others, but very, very cool indeed. Let's have a look at what it does here. It's a fire Pokemon, of course, HP of 60. It's a basic. We know, hopefully, we're going to get the full range. But I would like at least one of these to get a GX. I think that would be pretty good. They gave us Charizard. They gave us a Charizard. They haven't given us anything Gen 2 or Gen 3, which is a basic, but they gave us Charizard. So, who knows? We may get lucky and possibly get a GX of one of the starters. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I can tell you, though, we're probably going to get the full lineup from Chimchar to Monferno to Infernape. So that's going to be pretty cool. However, it's got 1 attack, which is just 1 colourless for Fury Swipes, 10 times damage, flip 3 coins. This attack does 10 damage times the amount of heads. Weak to water, of course, no resistance, and a retreat cost of just 1. So, not bad, and it looks pretty cute. So, hopefully, it comes out with some other cards, which might go pretty nicely. Of course, we're going to hopefully have them on Monferno and Infernape. Don't have them, but we should have them pretty soon, at least some pictures and everything. Moving on to the next one, we have Piplup, and I like this one. Very nice artwork indeed. Winking Piplup. You can see a Sfeel in the background there. Not too sure if Shreel is a Gen 4? I think it might be. Maybe Gen 3, 4. It's round about there. But very nice indeed. Of course, move that over there. Let's have a look at the moves here. Piplup, it's a water Pokemon, HP of 70. It's a basic, so that means we should hopefully get the full lineup. We've got first move of Colourless for Peck, which is 10 damage, and then a Water and Colourless for Splash, which is 20 damage. It's got a weakness to Lightning, a resistance, nothing, and a retreat of just 1. So both of these now have got just 1, which is pretty cool. Moving on to the next. Another Piplup. Yeah, so bit odd, but we do get another Piplup nevertheless, so that's pretty sweet. Let's have a little look at what will be coming up in this one. It's only got that 1 move there. Piplup, it's water Pokemon again. HP still 60. Basic Pokemon. That move is Water Gun. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Going to be pretty good if you can get this during the pre-release, because you can just bring it up to the front, think, right, what can I target here? Something might have 60 health. Bang, I'll take that out a little bit. So that's not bad. Not bad indeed. It's got a weakness to Lightning, a resistance to nothing, and a retreat of 1. So, you're probably thinking there's just 1 more left to show. And yes, I've left it till last. It is my favourite from Gen 4. It has to be Turtwig. And not only have they given us a Turtwig, but they've put it with my most favourite artwork. It's the sketched black line outline. It's so cool. I love this so much. I hope that they keep doing this. Every single one. Every single Sun and Moon series so far has had at least one of these sketch Pokemon, which just looks absolutely amazing. But let's take a look at what Turtwig does. Have a look at that HP, though. We got a Turtwig. It's a grass Pokemon. HP of 80. Highest out of all of them. That's pretty cool. Basic Pokemon, of course. Hopefully we'll get the full evolution chain. We got 2 colours here for a tackle, which is 20 damage, and then 2 grass and 1 colours for Razor Leaf, which is 50 damage. That's not bad. Not bad for basic. The moves are a little bit costly, but hopefully the second and third evolution will make up for that. It's got a weakness to fire, a resistance of nothing, and a retreat, the heaviest of 2. But I can't take that away from him. He looks awesome. He looks amazing. I cannot wait to get this card. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So, moving on from that, we have the old question here of what is a Prism Star Pokemon? And that's exactly what we're going to cover in this paragraph right here. So, I'll read it out. Aesthetically, these feature a black border, a first for our TCG, a colourful prism in the background of the card template, a smaller artwork window in order to fit the Prism Star rule, and their own unique rarity, which is PR or Prism. That's possible. They'll also get multiple prints within a set like Pokemon GX with their full art and rainbow rare versions. So, what it's basically saying there is that with some of these Pokemon you're about to see, as much as they might say the same name as a GX or other ones, they're different. So that changes their rarity. Because they're a different rarity, you can have multiple. Now, I'm not saying that there is also one thing. In terms of the game, it seems Prism Star Pokemon are big basic Pokemon. They're basics. So what you're about to see, they're basics. You don't need to evolve them like GXs would. You can just literally throw them up, bang, you've got them. The only thing is, you can only play one. Out your whole deck, you can only just play the one card. So you're relying on bringing that one card to the bench as soon as possible to activate some killer abilities. And we're going to check them out right now. So the first one here is Solgaleo Prism. Or Prism Solgaleo. I don't know how you would really pronounce it, but it's probably going to be Solgaleo Prism. So, like it said, it's got a black border going around there, so it's going to be very easy to spot this as you're opening a pack. Maybe it should have a holo effect, I'm not too sure. It's got that sort of prism thing going on in the description area. Obviously, like I said, a smaller artwork to fit in that little gap about the ability. You can see at the top, it doesn't evolve for anything. It says basic, or at least in Japanese it says basic. A HP of 160 here for Solgaleo, which is pretty sweet. So let's have a little look at what the abilities are here. So Solgaleo Prism, a metal Pokemon, HP of 160. It is a basic. There is the rule right there, Prism Star rule. You can't have more than one Prism Star card with the same name in your deck. If a Prism Star card is discarded, put it in the Lost Zone. Now apparently this is something that came out, I think it said in 2008. They brought out a sort of Lost Zone. So as soon as this it's not a discard pile, it's a Lost Zone. So it's just like once that gets killed or, you know, you discard it or whatever, it goes into the Lost Zone. Whether you can get it out of the Lost Zone, I'm not too sure. It hasn't said anything about you can get it back out using this card. Maybe they might release one, I'm not too sure. However, it has got two attacks here. The first one is pretty devastating. For 1 metal, Rising Star. For each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, attach a metal energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. That's pretty good, especially if your opponent has a full decked out bench. It says your opponent's Pokemon in play, so that means 6. You can get 6 energies out and attach them to any of your Pokemon in any way you want. So you could put 6 on just one. I'm not saying you should, but you could. It does also say to your Pokemon in any way you like. You could also put it on this Solgaleo. So say you only have 1 metal, you're running low on metal energy, you use that, bang, you can start getting that. That could even be a little bit of cannon fodder, late-ish game. But pretty interesting. And then for 4 metal, it does Corona Impact, 160 damage, and it cannot use that ability next turn. But, I mean, for the HP, the attack, that's pretty good. The energy cost is a little bit meh, but with that attack at the beginning, it's pretty good. Definitely very, very cool indeed. It's weak to fire, it's resistant to psychic, and it has a retreat of 3. So, that's probably going to benefit... I don't know, it might benefit from an Altar of the Moon or Sun, just to try and get that out a little bit quicker, reduce the actual cost of the retreat there. But a very cool card indeed. That's not the only Prism card. Now, of course, we had Solgaleo. What else are we going to have? Oh, we're going to have Lunala, aren't we? So Lunala is getting a Prism card as well. Very nice looking card here. Out of the two, I don't know, I sort of like the Solgaleo Fire, but I like this up close look at Lunala. It looks very, very cool indeed. So let's have a little look at what Lunala does in particular. Lunala Prism, it's a psychic Pokemon, HP again of 160, it's a basic Pokemon. Prism Star, it's got the rule there, which is in that little white box. The 2 attacks, again, very similar. For 1 psychic, Full Moon Star. For each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, attach a psychic energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Very, very cool. Then we have 4 psychic for Psystorm, which is 20 times damage. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your Pokemon in play. That could be very, very devastating indeed. Very interesting indeed. It's weak to darkness, it's got resistance to fighting, and a retreat of 3. So very similar. Very, very similar. The bottom attack is completely different. The top one, though, is pretty much the same, just for Psychic. So, I mean, out of the 2 Prism cards, I'm pretty happy with what we've got so far. I'm just interested to find out what the other Prism cards could be. But let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these Prism cards. What do you think of them? Do you think they could be game-changing? Do you think they could work well with others? Maybe even placing the Solgaleo one with the GX, maybe with Metagross. Metagross relies very much on energy, and it can do so. So having another person who can give energy would just be insane. So, yeah, it should be pretty cool to have a look and listen to you guys, see what you say in the comments below. I like the designs of them. They're pretty simplistic, and they're going to be very easy to track down in packs straight away. It'd be like, oh, look, black side, we got it. Yes, happy days. So, yeah, very happy with this indeed. Very, very cool. Let's move on to another one then, which we have a Luxray. I think it is Luxray. I think it is Luxray, yeah, because it's, is it? I don't know. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. It is Luxray. Of course it is. From Luxio. What's the other one? Oh, there's another one, isn't there? But Luxray anyway. We'll move on. Guys, you'll probably put it in the comments below. Let me know who the first one is for Luxray. There's your homework for the week. So, it's got a HP of 150. It's a Lightning Pokemon, Stage 2. It's got an ability. It's got Intimidating Fang. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done to this Pokemon by an opponent's attack is reduced by 30. It's not bad. I have to say the artwork is pretty killer, and it looks like it's going to be a holo. Hopefully it will be a holo in the English set, and I could actually see this being a bit of a Gengar sort of thing, where you actually can get it in the pre-release. So you'll get the full lineup of this, but it will be a non-holo. That's my guess anyway. I'm gonna take a guess on that. We also have 2 lightning and 1 colours for Voltage Arrow. Discard all lightning energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 150 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Doesn't have to be the one in the active, it could be any of them, so that's pretty cool. Weakness to fighting, resistance to metal, and this is the best part, a retreat of nothing. That's awesome. That is a very, very good card indeed. Very much reminds me of Gengar. No retreat. Gengar has an ability. It's not the same one. He does have a similar attack with the same cost, so I could see this being a bit of a pre-release one. I could be right. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure, but we'll have to definitely wait and see. A very nice looking card there. Now, this matches very well with the second card here, which is this guy, which is actually going to be a trainer. Now, apparently, this is, I think it said the last Sinnoh gym guy. He's obviously got an electric gym, but let's have a little look at his name, which is Volcaner. I kind of like that name, because obviously Lightning, Volts, Volcaner, sort of, I don't know, it's sort of like Volts, and a bit of a Germany name, I don't know, it just sounds a bit German. But it's a trainer, it's a supporter card. You can search your deck for an item card and a lightning energy, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So, I don't know, you could go searching in your deck for maybe a lightning energy, and if it's still legal, which it should be, Max Elixir. But that's pretty good. That is definitely pretty good. If that does get a full art, I mean, that could be insane. I'm just trying to think. Because obviously we've got a few Sun and Moon cards, like a Sun and Moon trainers. There was like a subset. So hopefully some of them will move over to this one. There was like, what was it? Lana. Lana was getting another one, Lusamine, and another Lily. So hopefully those full arts will go through to this set. But what would happen if we got full arts for these trainers? That would be awesome. Really, really cool. So, very nice. First trainer being shown off there. It's extremely good. Might be a good one to put in with your Lightning decks. Very interesting. So this is a very interesting card again. We've got these special energies, and if these are going to get secret rares, I cannot wait to see what they are going to look like. It's going to be insane. So what is this in particular? You might be able to guess what it is, but let's have a little look. It is called a unit energy, and it's a grass, fire, and water energy. So basically, it's hard to explain. It's not double colorless, but this card provides a colorless energy. When this card is attached to a Pokemon, this card provides grass, fire, or water energy, but provides only one water energy at a time. So, with double colorless, you couldn't use it on an attack which had 2 water. You would need to put 2 water on. Now, I don't know whether this one is the same thing, where you can't use the water attack without putting a water energy on, or this does compensate for a water energy. I'm not too sure. Obviously, there is also grass and fire on it. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this. Can you explain it any better? But that's how I see it. It's sort of like a colourless, and you can't use it like a normal energy. That's just how I can see it. But it's just the one energy. So it's rather interesting. We also have this one. It's the exact same one. It is a unit energy for lightning, psychic, and metal. So that's going to be pretty cool. And of course it does the exact same thing. It provides 1 energy for lightning, psychic, or metal. So very, very cool indeed. But, I mean, I like the artwork. So, and honestly, if there is going to be secret rares, they're going to look absolutely amazing. Especially with that swirly vortex of energies going into that 1 energy in the middle. That is going to be insane. But let's finish this off with something just a little bit different here. It's time for Guess the GX! Yes, I'm bringing you a game show here. This is the first week, so we are going... What's going to happen is every single week, number 1, we'll show off what last week's GX is, and then we'll show off the new one. So what I've done here is I've taken a specific section out of a GX card, and that's all you're getting. And you've got to try and guess what the GX is. And believe me, I haven't made it at all easy. You could straight away think, I know what that is, it's this one. Fair enough. So, you could do one or two things. Keep it to yourself and wait until next week, or put it in the comments. It doesn't matter. Put it in the comments, see what people see. You might be able to start a conversation up about it, see what people are going to say about, oh, this looks like that, and no, it doesn't look like this. Could be that. However, are you ready for Guess the GX? It is a GX, believe me, it's 100% a GX. So, here we go. There it is. That insignificant piece right there. Too small? Okay, there's a bigger piece right there. Bit blurry? I thought you would say so. There's an even bigger piece. So, like I said, I haven't made this at all easy. That is the only piece you're going to get. It's a GX, so you'll know it's from a Sun and Moon set. So if you've got GXs to hand, flick through them very quickly. I'm not saying anything. Just have a little look. Have a little look at your cards and let me know what you think that is. But there we go. I hope you have enjoyed this lovely new series of Pokemon TCG news. And of course we've had our first at the game show, Guess the GX. So, I'm going to leave it here for this video. We'll be back next Monday to show off whatever cards are released, or at least shown off this week. We might have some packaging information, something like that. If there's packaging, it normally reveals some other artworks on the site. Dying. Yes, so there's packaging, hopefully, fingers crossed. But there'll be plenty of cards, honestly. Every single day I just keep topped up on all the information to see what is coming up. Might even see a first GX. Maybe the Prism Cards are going to be the new GXs for this set. Maybe there's going to be no GXs. There might be a few, but not as many. Who knows? But there we go. I will leave it here. So if you have enjoyed this news update for the Pokemon TCG for Ultra Prism, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Comment down below, like I've said throughout the video, and rate the video as well, so I know you're enjoying this first of the series. But apart from that, I will leave it here for the news update, and I will see you guys in the next video.